So let's be real, the Grammys have always been out of touch with hip-hop, and every year they snub artists who actually shape the culture.
And the Grammy goes to Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B.
And at this point, it's almost become a tradition, but some names are so big and influential that it's crazy that they've never won a Grammy. Today we will mention this artists who definitely deserve more recognition one by one. Let's get into it. Now, Playboi Carti not having a Grammy isn't even shocking at this point. It's just how the Grammys work. Some of the most influential artists in hip-hop history never won one, and Carti fits right into that category. It's not that his music isn't popular enough. If anything, he's one of the most imitated rappers of the last decade. The whole rage sound that's dominating hip-hop today, he was one of the first to push it to the mainstream. His influence is everywhere, from underground artists to festival headliners. But the Grammys don't really care about who's changing the game. They care about who fits their outdated idea of what a good rap is supposed to sound like. Carti's music thrives on energy, delivery, and production more than lyrical complexity, and that's exactly why he gets overlooked. The Grammys have a traditionalist mindset when it comes to rap. They'll reward albums that have strong narratives or catchy chart-topping hits, but they're not built to recognize an artist whose impact is more about the song than the structure. Carti's music isn't made to impress critics, it's made to be experienced. And then there's the fact that Carti doesn't chase awards. Some artists play the industry game, networking, attending events, making music that appeals to award voters. Carti barely does interviews, drops music when he feels like it, and doesn't cater to mainstream expectations. That kind of approach makes it easy for the Grammys to ignore him, not because he's undeserving, but because he's not playing by their rules. The next artist, which still baffles me, that he doesn't have any Grammys, is Travis Scott. He still doesn't have a single Grammy. Like, he's one of the biggest artists in the world, has massive influence, and has been nominated multiple times, but never actually won, and at this point it's just getting weird. The thing is though, the Grammys have always had a weird relationship with rappers, especially when it comes to artists like Travis. Travis doesn't really fit in to any of their category like Carti. Trav's music is all about energy, production, and atmosphere more than just straight up bars. That kind of artistry doesn't always get the recognition it deserves in award shows like this. This was bluntly obvious during the WRLD era. If any album seriously deserved a Grammy, it was that one. The production was next level, the whole rollout was massive, and it literally defined that era of rap. I mean, Sicko Mode was one of the biggest songs of the year. It was everywhere, and the whole album felt like a cultural moment. But when it came time for Best Rap Album, they gave it to Invasion of Privacy by Cardi B. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take anything away from Cardi, but let's be real, WRLD had a way bigger impact, and that loss made it clear that the Grammys just weren't tapped into what was actually shifting the culture. At this point, it's hard to say if Travis will ever win one. He's still getting nominated, so it's not impossible. But if WRLD didn't win, what will win? The funny thing is he probably doesn't even care that much. He's selling out arenas, his influence is everywhere, and his brand is bigger than just music at this point. A Grammy would be nice, sure, but it's not like he needs one to prove anything. Juice WRLD never winning a Grammy just proves how out of touch the awards can be. The fact that he was only nominated once, and only after he passed, is even more frustrating. He wasn't just another successful artist, he helped shape an entire wave of rap that blended hip-hop, emo, and rock in a way that felt fresh and natural. For someone who changed the sound of a whole generation, the lack of recognition is ridiculous. Juice had a rare gift. His music felt like it came straight from his soul. He could freestyle for hours, pour his emotions into every line, and turn heartbreak into something millions of people connected with. That kind of impact isn't easy to measure, and the Grammys have never done well with artists who don't fit neatly into their categories. He had massive numbers, but his music was deeply personal, built from pure emotion rather than just commercial formulas. His success wasn't just about streams, it was about how much his words meant to people. Even after he passed, when Legends Never Die took over the charts, it felt like a no-brainer for the Grammys to finally acknowledge him. That album wasn't just a commercial win, it was a cultural moment. But once again, they missed the opportunity to honor someone who truly moved the genre forward. But either way, though, his music still lives on to this day, so a single award would not change anything. Or Matter H will forever be remembered with what he accomplished. When we talk about ASAP, it's never really been about the Grammys, it's always been about the influence. His impact on hip-hop stretches way beyond just music. It's in fashion, culture, and the whole aesthetic shift rap experienced in the 2010s. And honestly, that might be exactly why he's never won a Grammy. When Rocky came into the game with LLA, it wasn't just about the tracks, it was the whole world he built around it. The Houston-inspired flows, the trippy production, the high-fashion vibes, it was all amazing. But the Grammys, they've always been behind when it comes to recognizing that kind of forward-thinking artistry. They reward what's already popular, formula, not the stuff that's pushing boundaries. But Rocky's approach has never been about chasing industry approval. He's about creating vibes, not playing to the formula. And that's something the Grammy committee doesn't really know how to reward. At the end of the day though, Rocky's career was never about winning a Grammy. He made rap feel cooler, more stylish, and more global. And honestly, that's something no trophy can define. Whether or not he ever wins one, his legacy is already locked in. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, like and subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.